The Florida sun beat down on the streets of Jacksonville. It was July 2nd, 1994, a day like any other. People went about their routines, oblivious to the audacious plan about to unfold. At the heart of this plan was a group of ex-cops, their minds set on a daring heist. They had meticulously studied their target, an armored car making its rounds. Their goal was to strike silently, leaving no trace, and vanish with a fortune. The Loomis armored car, a symbol of impenetrable security, made its scheduled stops, unaware of the danger lurking in the shadows. The crew, led by the enigmatic figure known only as the Mastermind, waited patiently. Their nerves were steel, their resolve unwavering. They had spent months planning every detail, anticipating every move, and eliminating every risk. This was not a spur-of-the-moment act. It was a symphony of precision, orchestrated to perfection. As the armored car pulled up to its designated stop, a nondescript van inconspicuously blocked its path. The element of surprise was crucial. Within seconds, the ex-cops, masked and armed, emerged from their hiding places. They moved with the precision and efficiency of a well-trained unit, their movements swift and calculated. The guards, caught off guard, were quickly subdued, their weapons secured. The heist was underway. The operation was executed flawlessly. The armored car was breached, its precious cargo transferred to the waiting van. There were no gunshots, no alarms, no struggle. It was a silent strike, a surgical operation that left no room for error. In minutes, the deed was done. The van, now laden with millions, sped away, leaving behind an empty armored car and stunned witnesses. The ex-cops had vanished, melting into the city's labyrinthine streets. The mastermind behind the silent strike was a former police officer, disillusioned by the system he had once sworn to uphold. He had seen firsthand the flaws in security, the vulnerabilities that could be exploited. This knowledge, coupled with a deep resentment for the institutions he believed had wronged him, fueled his audacious plan. He assembled a team of ex-cops, each with unique skills and a shared thirst for revenge against a system they saw as corrupt. Months of meticulous planning went into the heist. The team studied the armored car's routes, the security protocols, the weaknesses in the system. They acquired specialized equipment, modified vehicles, and established secure communication channels. They operated in secrecy, their movements clandestine, their identities concealed. The stakes were high, but their determination was even higher. Failure was not an option. The success of their plan hinged on the element of surprise. They chose a location and time that minimized risk and maximized their chances of a clean getaway. They anticipated every possible scenario, developing contingency plans for every eventuality. Their planning was exhaustive, leaving no room for improvisation. The execution had to be flawless, a testament to their meticulous preparation. Every member of the team understood their role, their movements synchronized, their actions coordinated. They were a unit, bound by a shared purpose and a deep-seated distrust of authority. They were not driven by greed alone, but by a desire to prove their superiority over a system they believed had failed them. They were out to make a statement, to expose the vulnerabilities of a system they once served, and to claim a victory that would forever etch their names in the annals of crime. Section 3. The Inside Man. No plan, however meticulously crafted, is foolproof without an inside man. The ex-cops understood this and recruited a disgruntled employee from within Loomis, a man disillusioned with his low wages and lack of recognition. He became their eyes and ears within the company, feeding them valuable information about security protocols, schedules, and potential vulnerabilities. His role was pivotal, providing the team with the edge they needed to execute their plan flawlessly. The inside man, driven by a mix of resentment and greed, embraced his role with fervor. He saw this as an opportunity to strike back at a company that had undervalued him. He meticulously gathered information, studying schedules, observing guard routines, and identifying weaknesses in the security systems. He relayed this intelligence to the mastermind, ensuring the team had real-time updates and a comprehensive understanding of the armored car's operations. His betrayal went beyond mere information gathering. He subtly manipulated schedules, ensuring the targeted armored car carried the highest cash value on the day of the heist. He tampered with communication systems, creating blind spots that would delay any response to the robbery. He even provided details about the guards' routines, their strengths and weaknesses, allowing the ex-cops to neutralize them swiftly and silently. The inside man's contributions were invaluable. He was the unseen hand guiding the operation from within, ensuring its smooth execution. He was the silent partner in the crime, his actions cloaked in secrecy, his motives hidden behind a veneer of normalcy. His betrayal cut deep, shaking the very foundations of trust within the armored car company, and leaving a lasting scar on the industry's sense of security. Section 4. The Silent Strike. The day of the heist arrived. Jacksonville hummed with its usual rhythm, oblivious to the drama about to unfold. The Loomis armored car, laden with millions in cash, embarked on its routine route. The ex-cops, disguised and ready, lay in wait, their nerves taut, their eyes fixed on their target. The inside man had played his part. Now it was their turn to execute the plan. As the armored car approached its designated stop, the carefully orchestrated plan swung into action. A nondescript van, seemingly out of place, blocked the armored car's path. The element of surprise was crucial. Within seconds, the ex-cops, masked and armed, materialized from their hiding places. Their movements were swift, practiced, and silent. The guards, caught off guard, were swiftly subdued, their weapons secured. The armored car, now under the ex-cops' control, was quickly breached. The inside man had provided detailed instructions on disabling the security systems, allowing for a swift and clean extraction of the cash. Bags filled with millions were transferred to the waiting van. The operation was a symphony of precision, each movement calculated, each action timed to perfection. The heist was over in minutes. The van, now carrying the spoils of their daring plan, sped away, disappearing into the maze of Jacksonville's streets. The armored car stood empty, a silent testament to the audacity of the crime. The ex-cops had vanished, leaving behind a scene of disbelief and confusion. The silent strike was complete. Section 5. Vanishing into thin air. The getaway was as meticulously planned as the heist itself. The ex-cops, their adrenaline pumping, navigated the city's streets with the expertise of seasoned criminals. They had pre-planned escape routes, contingency plans, and safe houses. Their movements were swift, their communication encrypted, their presence ephemeral. They melted into the city's fabric, leaving no trace of their daring act. The van, its cargo secured, was abandoned within hours, replaced with a series of nondescript vehicles, each leading the authorities further astray. The ex-cops dispersed, disappearing into the anonymity of the city. They had anticipated every move, countered every possible surveillance tactic. They were ghosts, their existence fleeting, their presence a mere whisper in the wind. The loot was divided, stashed away in secure locations, far from the prying eyes of the law. The ex-cops retreated into the shadows, assuming new identities, severing all ties to their past lives. They had become invisible, their existence erased, their crime a fading memory in the minds of those who witnessed it. The silent strike had become a legend, a tale whispered in hushed tones. The ex-cops, the masterminds behind this audacious act, had vanished into thin air, leaving behind a legacy of daring and mystery. Their crime remained unsolved, a testament to their meticulous planning and flawless execution. Section 6. The investigation begins. The aftermath of the silent strike sent shockwaves through Jacksonville. Law enforcement agencies, caught off guard by the audacity of the crime, scrambled to piece together the events of that fateful day. The FBI, with its vast resources and expertise, took the lead in the investigation, determined to bring the perpetrators to justice. The crime scene, a stark reminder of the brazen heist, was meticulously combed for clues. Forensic experts analyzed every inch of the abandoned armored car, searching for fingerprints, DNA, or any trace evidence that could lead them to the culprits. Witness testimonies were gathered, piecing together a timeline of the event, but the descriptions of the masked perpetrators remained vague and unhelpful. The investigation quickly focused on Loomis, scrutinizing their security protocols, employee records, and any potential breaches in their system. The possibility of an inside job, a notion that sent chills down the spines of the company's executives, became a central focus of the investigation. The FBI meticulously interviewed employees looking for inconsistencies, suspicious behavior, or any indication of collusion with the perpetrators. The pressure mounted with each passing day. The media frenzy surrounding the silent strike intensified, demanding answers and accountability. Law enforcement faced immense pressure to crack the case, to restore public confidence in the face of such a brazen and meticulously executed crime. The investigation became a race against time, a desperate search for answers in a labyrinth of clues and dead ends.